Yeah, I think primarily it's caused and continues to cause a lot of pain for men because we've been programmed at a young age that like emotions are weakness.
Yeah.
Right. And if there's anything I've learned in the last 5 years of my life is that the more vulnerable I'm willing to be, the more empowered I feel and the people around me feel. But I mean, for years, I lived a life of FOMO, and I lived a life of like everywhere else was better than where I am right now. I had a different mask for every single person in my life.
Yeah.
And I navigated well. Like I know who knew what about me, like to a T.
Wow.
And it's like, but that's what all my energy was going to.
So much work because you're constantly seeing yourself through their eyes and like evaluating.
Yeah.
Monitoring.
And myself, it was a constant comparison. It's exhausting. Like I didn't even know who I was.
Exactly. And you're not here to fit in. You're here to uplift. You're here to change things. I'm Catherine and welcome to The Spiritual Gem. The purpose of this podcast is to demystify the inner work, to normalize vulnerability as a measure of bravery, and to teach you the transformational tools so that you can shed the layers of anxiety, depression, unworthiness, self-doubt, and walk this planet with the lightness, the joy, the clarity that is your natural essence. In each episode, you'll meet one of my private clients as they reveal their deepest traumas, inner woundings, limiting beliefs, so that you can see in real time what it looks like to truly heal by going within and meeting these inner parts with the love, with the medicine that they need. It fills me with life having these paradigm-shifting conversations, and I'm so excited to have you here. Hi, and welcome to The Spiritual Gem. Here we are with David for our second episode.
Are we on?
We are on, yeah.
Oh, wow. Hi. I was so not ready for that.
We did smoke a little weed before we started.
Yeah, we did.
So this is going to be fun. I mean, fun. This is always fun, regardless. It's going to be even more fun, Whoops. Something that I notice whenever I smoke is what we were just saying earlier, how you get dropped into what's happening energetically in your body.
Yeah.
So much more.
Yeah. I also feel like it slows. Like my mind works very fast. They call ADD, ADHD. I don't really associate with those terms, but
as you wouldn't, of course.
Yeah, not anymore. But with cannabis, it slows everything down. I feel like I can Jedi mind trick myself in that state.
Really?
Yeah, like I get to. It kind of separates me from the voice in my head a lot.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of people have issues with ADHD in their mind being too fast and thinking about too many things.
Yes.
So weed helps you.
Yeah, I mean, not during the day. I can get tasks done.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to drop in or...
yeah, I see what you mean.
Drop into emotions,
Yeah, it helps you just kind of go more direct.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we'll see how today unfolds. I have no idea what we're getting into. I feel like you don't either.
Yeah, I don't. Take it away.
Something that I'm interested in that you mentioned was, and you've mentioned this for a while since I've known you, about relationships.
Okay.
And about you wanting to call in your queen.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And I know that you love kids and you want to have a family.
Yes. Absolutely.
And it's very present in your heart that is your path.
Yes. This year, God willing.
This year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about that area of your life. All I know is that you were kind of dating here and there. But beyond that, I don't know anything.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the last... Probably since I've been on my journey, seriously, I haven't really seriously dated. I I'd say like since I've stepped into like embodying divine masculine and like really holding that frequency and that energy, I haven't like.
How long has that been?
Probably the last like 3 years.
Yeah.
And about a year ago, I chose to be celibate because just energetically, I can't like, shouldn't say I can't, I just choose not to take on added energy that I don't need to.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think that that's an important thing that you just distinguished between also is that there's a difference of I can't and I choose not to, because we can make choices in our lives that are completely unnecessary, but it's in our heart to do that. And you want to experience life as not sexually active with anybody.
Yeah, it's actually helped me with connecting more with intimacy in my life. Honestly, dance life has been a huge support in that also. Like just being able to actually be intimate with people when it's not sexual and actually connecting on a deeper level without it having to bring sex into it. So
yeah. Well, I mean, that's been such a gift in my life because we became friends in this last year and I felt zero like weird, sneaky energy from you. Like any girl watching this or listening to this knows that when a guy wants to be your friend, it's like, you're like, we're just waiting for like, we're like, we know that this person is going to eventually have, like change things. Like they didn't really want to be your friend. They, that was their intention all along. And I really felt your heart, like from the very beginning, and it felt so clean.
Thank you.
In your intimacy, and like you express your love so much to me, like so often, and it's such a gift. It's so clean. It's so clear.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's actually a perfect thing that you bring up because then that's where now it's been difficult for me. Like it's been challenging to get back into relationship and dating when like all of the old tools are not things that like I'm not into playing games, manipulate like all the things that I used to use as a guy to like hook in the girl. Like that's not what this is about anymore. So it's very like it's become a different playing field because there's no like it's not a game, but there's still play, right? Like it's still playful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been challenging, like navigating that line between, that frequency of like
that's really interesting.
Friendship, honor, love, all of that, right? Like intimacy. So yeah, I've just been like gentle with myself. I think I'm like allowing a lot more play to come into that space. I realized that I was like taking it too seriously. I was being very rigid with it. It's important to me to stay in integrity with myself, to stay in integrity with like what my purpose is and what I'm here for. And like, it's been interesting navigating through that. Yeah.
And I'm actually similar. This might be a little difficult to coach you because we actually might be in the same boat with this.
I'm not surprised.
One of the least developed areas of my life is relationships.
Yeah, because I wouldn't say it's like the most like least developed, but as this version of myself, right? As like
exactly
like with the like with the intentions that I have now. It's and it's funny because I laugh a lot about this because I still have like the monkey mind, like narratives, right? I'm still like
girls are hot.
Yeah, exactly, right? So there's still that like that's still there.
I'm like shake it.
Yeah. Exactly. 1000%, but also it's like, there's this like, is that okay? Like, and I know like it is, it's like
judgment and shame around it, which is totally normal.
Yeah.
I think
it's part of the whole
to feel that way.
Yeah. Agreed.
And I don't think we need to, but it's totally normal to feel that way.
Yeah. So Yeah, that's kind of where I am right now. It's like, so should we go somewhere else? I feel like you're the perfect person to go through this.
Oh yeah, we will, because the tools are the same regardless. I'm just gonna have a lot to relate to throughout this.
Maybe we'll cry together today.
Conversation. I don't think I'm gonna cry.
So maybe move the tissues closer to me then.
Oh yeah, they're over here. So I could just guide you in and we can go directly into what we need to work with. But I think we'll get there. I think I want to like talk about the things for a little longer.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk about like bring some awareness to this phase of spiritual growth where you have been on a path for so long. You've done so much growth. You've changed into 28 different people more in the last year alone. And then going into the dating environment, which most people are not like us.
No.
And I mean us, meaning that they have done a lot of healing and inner work and growth on themselves. And it can be a whole lot of different things going into a lower consciousness in general dating pool.
Yeah.
And it's not that people who are of high consciousness and dating don't exist, but there are fewer and they're not really on dating apps.
No.
So where do we find you guys?
Yeah, that's a big challenge.
Yeah. What are challenges in your life that you're noticing?
I mean, definitely that, just meeting women that are awake or open to being awake.
Yeah.
I think it's really just that. Like, I don't even think they need to have like done.
You know what? I agree. That's true.
Like as long as they're open to the idea of like,
or like they're on some path, like they have some kind of spiritual journey and calling ahead of them, and that they're open to yours. I hope he doesn't watch this podcast. I feel like he probably won't. But there's a guy that I told you about him. I really, really liked him. This was in February. And we had such an electric and beautiful connection. And then because he's very Christian, I'm very spiritual. I'm like, if we take a step back, really like, we're the same. Because like, you really love Jesus, which means like you really love, like God and love. And like, I do too. But you think Christianity is like literal. And I'm literally writing a book on how it's not. But I was like, I'm fine with that.
Right.
I can get over it. Like go to church, knock yourself out, have a good time.
Yeah.
But he didn't accept my path fully. Yeah, and that's why he cut it off. Because I don't believe that Jesus was the only Son of God. Literally speaking, was the Son of God, literally. And not just I
am too.
Exactly. And not like in that way.
Yes.
So that's hard too, getting someone who is on a path and also accepts your path.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's like religion. It's really funny too, because I have a lot of like my spiritual curiosity actually like takes place through Judaism, but I'm not like, I'm not with the dogma.
And I love that about you because you do like cool Jewish stuff and you invite me.
Yes.
And that's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's great having you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's great being invited. It's great being had.
Yeah. I love the family dynamic, right? Like the traditions, like really bring my family close together. Like I'm very close to my immediate family, my niece and nephew, or my brother-in-law. Like they're all, my sister, we're very close. And it's because of like Shabbat every week. It's because of like the holidays. Like we come together. It's like really, it's been like almost like the stitching that holds our family together, you know?
That's beautiful.
And at the same time, I don't agree with a lot of, you know, the rules, the dogma. The compass is not in a book. The compass is in my heart. Yeah, exactly. And I get that I'm here to share that message and like.
Yeah. And that's actually the message of like all religions at the heart. If you take them more of an esoteric instead of literal, which are you familiar with Joseph Campbell?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I figured you would be.
Yeah.
I've been recently getting into more of his stuff as I'm writing the book. And it's like, that was his whole point. He's like, stop taking these things literally. Yeah, exactly. We need myth in society. We need myth, and the loss of myth has created this entire Western culture that we have that is just hyper masculine and extractive and taking. There's not a sacred relationship between you and life anymore.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, honestly.
I forgot exactly where I was going with that.
Yeah, I was curious.
But it was a good point. And it had a point. And when I watch it back, I'll know what that is.
I was curious too.
Well, remind me what you said to begin with. We were talking about religion.
Yeah, we were talking about religion and the religious dogma, and then you brought Joseph Campbell in. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's the danger of a tangent.
It's true.
You can't find your way back home. Sometimes it's worth it. Yeah. So you can just,
I think it's always worth it. You got to take the shot. You know, if you don't take the shot, then what?
You got to try.
Yeah.
Hey, so I went back and watched this episode, and there's actually nothing else that I wanted to add to that. I was just high. So moving forward.
But relationships. Just to, re-anchor.
And I think earlier you were talking maybe about like the divine masculine coming. And I'd be interested to hear more about how that is. I don't know, like how you hold that or how you embody that in your dynamic now in dating and in relationships, or how you're trying to, because the hyper masculinity that we see in society, that is what has caused so much pain, not just for women, but for men. Yeah. Just equally as well, is just not really talked about. Hi, babe. Coming in here to say that if you like my energy, if you vibe with my teachings, get on my newsletter list. Some people use their newsletter as like a glorified sales page. Mine is more like an intimate look into my life, into my deepest teachings. It is where I share my heart. It is where I share my greatest insights and really my daily curriculum of what I'm learning. I bring that directly to you in your inbox. So go to the show notes and we can connect.
Yeah, I think primarily it's caused and continues to cause a lot of pain for men because we've been programmed at a young age that like emotions are weakness. Yeah. Right. And if there's anything I've learned in the last 5 years of my life, is that the more vulnerable I'm willing to be, the more empowered I feel and the people around me feel. Yeah. So we have that backwards.
Dude, the first time I saw you, you were crying.
Yeah. It's not a rarity.
We were standing in a circle at the end of Dance Alive and we're all holding hands. And I look at you and like, you're like looking into the ocean, into the sunset. And like you just have tears running down your face. And I looked at you and I was like, oh.
I love that. Yeah.
I was like, who is that? And I don't know. We didn't talk for the certain time and, until after that. But that was like so touching
I love that.
to me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I cry often on sunsets. That's a lot.
Like your heart is just so open and you're so able to feel, and like, it's really beautiful. It's such a gift.
It is. It is a gift. And I've been able to tap into just giving that to myself, right? Like really being able to like be present with what I'm feeling, give my heart permission to be open. And I think especially like the last year, I mean, at this point, it's like discernment comes into play. Like, where am I actually choosing to go? Where am I actually choosing to spend my time? Who am I choosing to spend my time with?
Yeah.
But I mean, for years, I lived a life of FOMO, and I lived a life of like everywhere else was better than where I am right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's also part of like what a lot of, I don't know, it was my experience as a man. It was like, how much can I accumulate, like what I've done and where I've been, and kind of wearing that as like a badge of honor, but really,
like a badge of worthiness.
Right. But it was really just a shield. Like I was like, it was like, let me show these things off. But in reality, I was just covering up who I authentically was with all of these things. Right. It's like, it's emptiness. So there wasn't anything behind it. I think like going back, I have some of the greatest stories, if we want to sit around and tell stories, but like at the same time, they're empty.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't any like actual substance or any like real light created or any, you know what I mean? Like, whereas like now most of the things I'm doing in my life, it's like, I might be sitting with like 3-4 friends, but it's a transformative experience for the next 4 hours. And then we all go home feeling amazing. Like,
absolutely.
Really feeling like the alchemy that we're bringing into the world. And it's,
and you do that in every interaction.
I love you.
You do, like being in your life now, every interaction, you're creating life and creating light.
Thank you. Yeah. It's, and we all have this, like we all have this available to us, right? It's, are we willing to bare our hearts and like put our hearts out there? And it's scary.
Yeah.
And it's funny because a lot of times it's, like I'm a big guy, right? Like I should feel more safe. Like there's also, when it comes to like the masculine and a lot of the wounded masculine, it's almost like they're not willing to give themselves permission to be vulnerable because, what if something happens while I'm being vulnerable, right? It's like this almost feels like I could be attacked easier. Right.
Yeah. You can be hurt. You're more able to be harmed.
Absolutely. It's been, I don't know. Honestly, I've been very fortunate. I have a good group of friends. I'm in a men's circle that I do weekly. They have an amazing program that they do as well. So it's just like, there are real good men out there, and we're finding each other just like,
yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of,
and I think that all men are good men, honestly, in their heart, every man has the ability to heal
100%,
and I think with more examples of people like you in the world, you're helping, whether you know it or not, and even just with your frequency, you're helping people be able to see that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can heal.
Yeah.
Maybe I can feel, maybe I can express love, and it doesn't mean I'm,
a weakling.
Yeah. Yeah. What Enneagram did you determine that you are?
Either 3-2 or 2-3. Those were my top two.
I thought you said 8 when we talked on the phone.
Yeah. And then I'll show it to you.
Okay.
Later,
but you decided.
Well, it was showing me a 2-3 and a 3-2 when I did the test.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like there was a 2-3-8 going on for me. But then I realized, because 8 is the challenger, right? Mm-hmm. But then I realized that challenger is something that I embodied and trained myself to. And
the 2 has a relationship with the 8. Did you know that? Under stress, the 2 goes to 8.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. Oh, so yeah, that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Because when things would get stressful, I was like, okay, I got to challenge myself. But it also, the interesting thing is that's what made it fun. I found that
that's probably more of the 3. The 8 is like challenging other people.
Yeah.
More so than challenging themselves.
Yeah, no, when I challenge other people, it was like to get reactions out of them.
Yeah. My dad's an 8. He commented on a Facebook post. That's like my Instagram post, go to Facebook. And it was a post about how like you might feel like questioning yourself or like feel like you're not good enough or talking something like that. He commented, I've never felt that way. Dad, go away. This post isn't for you. This is for my audience, high achieving women who need to heal. Not 6-year-old Enneagram 8
maybe he
white men in the Midwest.
He just wants to be heard.
Okay, Dad, thank you for sharing your
at least he's interacting,
today.
You know?
I guess. So anyways, actually as an Enneagram 8, the biggest path of growth for them, this is why I was wondering if you were an 8, is vulnerability, is learning to be vulnerable without seeing it as weakness, but seeing it as power.
I actually feel like that should be the title of like the journey to divine masculine.
Beautiful.
Because that's really what it is.
And the opposite of that is really what creates the toxicity.
Exactly. Yeah. Because we're afraid. We're acting out of fear. I mean, it's really the difference between acting out of fear and acting out of love. Yeah. Right. And if you're willing to be vulnerable with yourself primarily, then it's going to make it easier for you to be vulnerable with other people.
Yeah.
You know, and then once that's going on, I mean, it's wild, but like I think back like 8 years ago and the number of masks that I wore, I had a different mask for every single person in my life.
Yeah.
And I navigated well. Like I know who knew what about me, like to a T.
Wow.
You know, and it's like, but that's what all my energy was going to.
So much work because you're constantly seeing yourself through their eyes and like evaluating.
Yeah.
And monitoring.
And myself, it was a constant comparison, right? It was like, how do I compensate where I was programmed to compare myself to other people?
Yeah.
You know, and it's exhausting.
So exhausting.
Like,
and none of it's real.
Yeah.
And it doesn't allow for real connection. When you have blocks to intimacy, you can't genuinely connect with people in your life.
Yeah, well, you can't connect with yourself. Like I didn't even know who I was.
Exactly.
I think that's really like the biggest part is knowing who I am, like, and being open that I'm consistently changing and I'm like always evolving.
Yeah.
You know, and looking for those areas. Like, it's funny when we were talking about like, what are we going to talk about today? I was like, oh, like this feels the stickiest, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You were like, yeah, relationships, which like could be super juicy and feels like pretty sticky, or like time management.
Right.
It was like, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I don't know what it'll be.
Yeah. And I think that's also part of it is like being open to throw myself in, right? Like being willing to like, as soon as it felt sticky, to share that with you, to share that it was sticky with you so that my coach can hold me accountable to that, you know, like that's also part of it is like, once I've gotten to the point that I can trust myself, it's been easier to feel into and have discernment around who else I can trust. Right. Because I feel the frequency of myself. And it's like, oh, if this person's not matching up with that, then I really don't need to be sharing more of myself with this person. Yeah.
That's really powerful.
And you know, what's funny now that we're talking about this, I'm seeing this connection with lives because it,
with Instagram lives.
Yeah. With, I don't know if I can trust, because who am I sharing it with? And we were talking about how like this feels easier than that. And it's like, because I'm sharing with Catherine. Right. It's like, this is great. Yeah. It doesn't matter how many cameras are here. I could be like
super freaking weird and like working on a wall and like, I would have no insecurity at all. But like on an Instagram live, I'm like, Who's there?
Right. Literally. It feels like that. I almost feel like who's watching me?
Yeah.
Right. Whereas if there's somebody there, it's so much easier for me to be vulnerable.
Because we can co-regulate with each other,
absolutely.
you know, and provide feedback and create that container of safety.
Exactly. So
this has been a really fun conversation so far, and I would love to dive into some work now. Diving in to some spiritual weightlifting. Let's go. This
is my 2 a day.
Yes. Went to boxing class this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Look how well I know. Okay, so let's tune in. And when you drop into your heart, thinking about relationships, what is it that you deeply desire? What's your goal?
A lot comes out: trust, safety, growth.
And is this saying that you want to find someone who you have trust and safety and growth with?
Absolutely. I'd add team play to that too.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know that really in your heart, like we shared earlier, you want to find your queen.
Yeah.
You want to find the mother of your future children. Yeah. Do you have any insight into maybe something energetic or emotional or subconscious or fear that is keeping you from making this happen?
Fear.
Yeah.
Fear.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about the fear. What do you know about it so far?
All of those words that I shared in the beginning, I have fear around those in an intimate relationship.
Okay. Now,
because those are all the things I want, but I was really feeling fear around all of those.
Okay. So to have this in a relationship feels fearful.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to ask you a STEM question. So whenever you close your eyes. If I find my wife, I fear that
I'm not enough.
Yeah, it's okay to feel that.
Fear that I'll fail. There's a little bit of fear if I can trust.
Yeah, good breath. Yeah, it's okay to let that get big. Really good.
There's a lot of fear that exists outside of the relationship between me and that person too. It's fear of acceptance of the people in their life, their family.
Yeah. Has that happened to you before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they won't accept me.
Yeah.
Are there any particular memories that feel charged that are coming up? There don't have to be, but if there are, we can work with it.
there's one that was, but it's not anymore. It was more around like fear of success. Like, am I successful enough? But my relationship with that word has completely changed. So
yeah,
that charge is not there, but that experience that had to do with that still, there's a lingering fear of acceptance.
Yeah. Does that feel bigger than I fear that for this person, I'm not enough or unfair?
No, that one's more charged.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you feel this energy? Yeah, deep. If the part who feels like he's not enough had a voice right now, what would he be saying?
He'd be screaming at the top of his lungs.
Why don't you do that in your imagination? Imagine that you're screaming. He's screaming. Okay to, tighten up or do anything you need to do with your body. You can move the mic if you want.
He feels shy. Like, just want to come out.
Yeah. How do you see him in your mind's eye?
It's funny because he has curly hair. He's like maybe like 12, 13.
Yeah. And is he in his room or where do you see him?
At school.
And he feels like hiding. Did he have to hide at school?
Yeah. Feels like where the masks started.
Yeah, where he learned the lie that I'm not good enough.
But if I look like this,
Yeah.
or if I say that, or if I do this.
Yeah. Yeah, I can change
Yeah.
who you want me to be. So innocent.
Yeah. I feel a lot of like roots of people pleaser.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do I need to shape shift to fit in?
Yeah. Sweet little one. Just wanting love so badly. Willing to do anything for it. So let's take a stretch for a moment. We're going to give him the love that he needs. I always like to stretch at this point. The energy gets so dense. It was really beautiful.
Yeah. It was really helpful.
Little David. Little David.
He's a cutie.
Just want to like run to him and give him a hug. I'm like,
me too.
I'm like, okay, can we switch to the next step yet? I'm like, no, he needs to feel this.
Yeah.
I need to let him express this. Yeah. Like, but I want to love it.
Rain check.
Okay. Is there anyone that you would like to call in for this healing moment? Called in your dad earlier, your angels, your Holy Spirit guides, Holy Spirit angels.
My ancestors.
Yeah. Your loving and benevolent ancestors.
My grandma.
Grandma.
It's funny you say that because my dad and my grandma are just always around. So when you're like, call them, I'm like, they already got the call.
You're like, they've been here.
Yeah.
It's more for you that I say it. Just feeling their loving support. And how they looked at you as a kid, how they looked at that little one. And they were like, oh my God, this precious baby. And tuning into who you are today. To the David with the giant heart. To the David that loves kids. To the David that is a healer. That sees the unity and the pureness and the preciousness everywhere. And going back in your mind's eye to the school where your 12-year-old is, but initially, I want you to just look at him from afar. What do you see? How do you see him?
Silly.
Silly.
Loves to laugh. Curious. Silly. Very silly.
Playful.
Yeah, very.
Play is prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Play is prayer.
Yeah.
He must have been very vibrant.
Yeah.
Full of life force.
Yeah. Just love laughter.
Yeah.
Like anything for a good laugh.
Do you see anything wrong with him?
No. He did.
Yeah.
But no. He thought he did.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
Now, in your mind's eye, however this feels intuitive, go over to him and embrace him if he'll let you.
He'll let me. He loves hugs.
What does love want to say to him? What does he need to hear from love? Talk directly to him.
You belong. You belong here. That's it.
Yeah. You can just sit in that with him. You belong. You belong here. You belong with me. Yeah, we'll stay here for the next minute, just meditating on belonging with him, embracing him. And how is he receiving this?
We're just sitting next to me.
Yeah.
He's just taking it in.
Yeah. Beautiful.
It's like all he wanted was to sit with somebody.
Yeah. That's right.
So not to feel alone.
That's right. What he wanted was you and your acceptance.
He's got me.
Yeah. Let's do a few rounds of compassionate self-forgiveness. I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding that I'm not enough.
I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding that I am not enough.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is, I'm everything I always wanted to be and more.
Yeah.
And I always have been.
And the truth is that you bought into a lie. You bought into a misunderstanding that your worth could ever be defined by any human category, by anything you did or didn't do. And it was innocent, and you just wanted love. I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding that I need to change who I am to fit in or to belong.
I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding that I need to fit in or change myself to fit in. For buying into the misunderstanding that there was anything to fit into.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is, I'm forever expanding. There's nothing to fit into.
Yeah.
There's only grow into.
Mm-hmm. And you're not here to fit in, you're here to uplift. Here to change things, to shake things up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He liked to shake things up too.
Yeah. Because that's your natural essence.
Yeah.
You're born to be a disruptor.
Yeah.
So was Jesus. I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding that if somebody doesn't accept me, that it has something to do with who I am rather than who they are.
forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding that if somebody doesn't like me, that it has anything to do with me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what's the truth about that?
The truth is that I'm here to love.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever can't connect to that or see that doesn't need to have it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to be attached to them receiving it.
Mm-hmm. That tells us more about the suffering in their life than it does about who we are.
Yeah, the truth is that how they are perceiving me is more of how they perceive themselves.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can't attack others unless we attack ourselves. And we attack ourselves when we attack others.
Yeah.
When we attack another, it really hurts. Because spiritually, we're not as separate as our physical bodies would demonstrate.
Exactly.
And I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding that I can't still love someone when they don't love me.
I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding that I can't love someone if they don't love me. The truth is, I can love everyone. And leave it at that.
Mm-hmm. And the truth is, the real pain comes from us closing our hearts.
The truth is, that when I experience pain, it's when I have closed off my heart.
Mm-hmm. Closing our hearts hurts.
Yeah.
Defending ourselves hurts.
Yeah. Hurts a lot.
Mm-hmm. The beginning of A Course in Miracles says, this course can be summed up very simply. What is real cannot be threatened, and what's real cannot be threatened, and what's not real doesn't exist, or something like that. What's not real, I gotta see this. What's unreal cannot be threatened.
Yo.
The beginning of A Course in Miracles, the intro says, nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. Love, what's real, can't be threatened. It can't be attacked. Because only the love is real. And the Course in Miracles would say everything else is an illusion, is a painful illusion. But illusions are as powerful in their effects as is the truth. So as long as we're living in the world of illusions, we have to do this work.
We get to.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So that we can be more free and touch what is real. And when you're touching what's real, it's so clear this cannot be threatened.
Yeah. I love you.
So So to begin to bring this to completion from this place, how do you show up in your dating life? What gets to change when your 12-year-old is embraced with your love?
I think really just bringing more of that silliness and curiosity and, what did you say? Shaking it up? No. Disrupt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like disrupt dating norms, and in norms, because it's what's the lowest common denominator in the collective unconscious is just like, treating people like whatever, like, like people don't really matter.
Right.
And maybe for you, it's like you're bringing honesty and you're bringing transparency and you're bringing humor and vulnerability and directness.
Yes.
Like disrupting, like, wow, guys don't usually act like this.
Yeah.
But it's authentic because you're being present and you're coming from your heart.
It feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what gets to change is I get to be less fearful of doing all of that. Mm-hmm.
Because there's less at risk. Your belonging isn't at risk now.
Yeah, my belonging isn't at risk now. Wow.
Mm-hmm. How's that for an affirmation?
It's a really good one. Yeah.
My belonging is secure. Belonging is guaranteed.
I am involved. What was the word? Belonging. Thank you.
Okay.
I embody belonging.
I embody belonging. I am belonging.
I am belonging.
Yeah. And you know what? When you show up from this place, you're going to create such safe connections with other people where people just can be honest with you. They can just say, hey, I'm into this or I'm not into this. There doesn't have to be drama and projection and chaos and hurt. Imagine that. Dating without chaos and drama and hurt. Dating with clarity and freedom.
Authenticity.
And consideration. With care. Dating with care. And kindness. Compassion.
Matched vulnerability.
Yeah. Dating with safety. Nothing is more safe in a new connection than honest communication.
Wow.
So what is your next most intelligent step from here? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna bring all of me.
You're going to do what?
I'm gonna bring all of me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold back. Unapologetically all of myself. Because I belong.
That's right.
This permission feels really light in my heart. My heart feels very activated from this.
Yeah. Well, you brought you back home to yourself.
Yeah.
Your heart grew. It got another piece that it's been missing. Got it back. It got life force back. this is what it means to come home to yourself. I think that gets thrown around a lot on social media, but it's literal when we do this work.
Yeah.
This part is literally coming back home, coming back into my heart. I'm embracing you. I'm with you now. Whoa.
And he gets to be present with me now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gets to see like who you turn out to be.
Yeah.
You know?
He's surprised. It's cute.
Yeah. Whoa. What is one thing that you saw or learned today that you never want to forget and that you want to offer to our listeners and viewers as, a golden nugget, piece of wisdom, something to anchor this in?
The first thing that's coming through is that we're whole and complete. Like every layer that we go deeper into this work and deeper into my heart and deeper into just sifting through the BS, we're just remembering who we authentically are.
Inherently whole, inherently belonging.
Inherently whole. I love that.
Inherently enough. The only thing that would say otherwise is a thought. It all starts as a thought. We receive a thought, we absorb a thought from our parents, caregivers, culture, society. And then it forms into a wound, into a whole way of being in the world. And then we come home, we do this work. We see it was never true to begin with. It's just a misunderstanding.
Yeah, literally. Misunderstanding that we embodied as part of ourselves.
Yeah. That we make true because we believe it.
And on that note, I would say the second takeaway, which is really I think the biggest takeaway, is that, it's something I've known, but if there's a golden nugget that it always kind of goes back to for me, it's that vulnerability is strength. Like our true strength lies in our vulnerability.
Yes, our true strength lies in our ability to feel.
Yes.
Our ability to be in our humanity. Because the only way out is through. Hi, babe. I'm coming in here to say that if this healing process and conversation is inspiring you, opening your heart, moving you, it's time that we work together. With me by your side, you will become your best partner, parent, lover, and friend. I'll help you heal from your past, unlock what's possible for you, and embody authenticity, confidence, and peace that isn't conditional to good things happening. In the show notes, you'll find the application for private coaching. Fill that out, and I'll let you know if I genuinely think that I can serve you with where you're at and where you're wanting to go. I can't wait to see who you become. And you can't selectively feel. You can't feel just the good things, and you can't block just the bad things. If you block the bad things, quote unquote bad, you block the beauty and the joy and the connection and the intimacy and the love.
And the growth.
It's such a gift to be able to feel.
Yeah. And if you don't feel the bad, you're storing it. You're
Absolutely.
carrying it with you.
Just another rock in the backpack.
I remember for years before, I was like, I'm a master compartmentalizer. I was like, I wore it proud. I know how to do that.
Yeah.
It's wait, what?
That's I know how to carry all
everything.
Of this.
Yeah. Literally like that.
Look how impressive I am. And
balancing act of life.
Bro, you could put it down. Yeah. Why you can't skip with all this weight on your
No, you
shoulders.
can't.
You can't dive into the ocean.
You can't crawl sometimes either.
You can't do anything
Like
with all that
stuck.
weight.
Yeah, and it's not easy, but it feels great.
Yeah.
Right? Like it feels right
Yeah. It feels right to
let go, to feel.
to put it down,
Yeah.
to feel. And like it doesn't actually last that long. You know, if we go into it and we feel it,
Right.
it's a few minutes.
You know, it's so funny because recently I realized this, that I used to have this misconception that if it was like, oh, like I have to feel this for like, it's like a lot of people are like, oh, like you have to feel it. You have to feel it. No. If you connect to it, you felt it.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't need to sit in it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you felt it and you've connected to it, then that's all you need to release it.
Yeah.
And before it was like, oh, like I need to sit
For days.
Yeah. Like it's like, oh, I've held this for decades. So let me sit in it for a few weeks. Like, no, I've held it for decades. Put it the fuck down. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay to just put it down. Like we've already done the carrying, right? Like, so I think it's also like it was a story that was going on that it was like, oh, I need to experience it for this much time or
because that somehow honors it or respects it, or, you know, it's so big, like the death of a parent, like with my mom. And exactly, I think some people think like, well, if I heal this or I put this down, it's like disrespectful, or like then that's like, I'm not loving her anymore. And it's like the exact opposite. That grief is keeping you from true connection.
Exactly.
Actually.
Because you can love her.
Yeah, you can
Instead
actually
of
love
like-
her
yeah.
instead of grieve her.
Exactly. Which is what their spirit is waiting for too.
Exactly. They're
Right,
like,
like-
come on.
Yeah.
They're like, honey, literally, I'm good. I just want to love you and connect with you now.
It's really funny because in Judaism there's a prayer, the mourner's Kaddish, and it's like a prayer you say when somebody passes, but there's nothing about, like, the prayer is about like almost like giving permission for them to like ascend, like to let go.
They're
Right.
like,
It's not about grieving. Nothing in it has anything to do with grieving, because that's
Yeah.
not what it's supposed to be. So yeah, I really resonate with that, because
Yeah.
it was when I stopped grieving my dad and started loving my dad was when I started feeling my dad.
exactly. Me too.
Yeah. So that
With
was
my mom.
spot on. Yeah. I felt that.
Yeah.
And I also get that it's a process, right? Like when you lose somebody, you're
It
going to go
is.
through your grief and you're going to go through all of that. And I think it's like a cool thing to know that
That it
you
can,
can love them too.
yeah. And that can come into completion. The grieving part of it can come into completion. And I know your dad passed like not actually too long ago.
Like 8 years.
Oh, 8 years. I thought it was more like 3 or 4.
I think 9 this year. Yeah,
Oh,
8.5
yeah.
years. Yeah, it's been a while.
I think this year with my mom, it's like 23 or 5. I don't know. Long time, many years. And I think it's like, yes, it's a process, but it's not that long of a process. And I think there's not enough conversations like this where it's like, no, healing completion of that is possible, because it doesn't have to, something like that in childhood doesn't have to still be like putting you in bed in adulthood.
Right.
And also not taught that these things can come into resolution. So, you know, that's a big part of my platform, just being like, you can heal that. And healing doesn't mean discarding.
Right.
It's actually the opposite. It means coming into true relationship with, with the loved ones that have passed forward. And if it doesn't have to do with anyone passing, feeling still with our own little ones from the past are, it only takes a few minutes to feel that emotion. It's not, you have to open this box and be in it for days and weeks and months. It's like, it doesn't have to take you out of the game. If you have the right guidance and the right container, it's quite painless.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Well, I love
I
you
love you too. Thank you.
so much.
This was great.
It was great.
I love it.